everybody, it's time for Cousin Crendor.
Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4 hour recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up, it's the Crendor in the morning. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Cox Crendor In The Morning.
I was listening to scalp noises.
I was going to bring this up. I was going to call you out, but you did it yourself.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed.
Right before this podcast. Minutes, not even a minute, seconds before.
Yeah.
So much that it held us back. You were like, I found this great girl who's doing ASMR things.
But it's not the Asian.
No, it's a different girl. It's a girl who's like, I'm gonna rub your scalp now. And then it's like, I don't know. The girl she's rubbing her scalp, I assume they're very sexy lovers, like which is awesome. But, but at the same time, it sounds like her very sexy lover is in fact wearing a wig or has the driest hair, driest scalp I've ever seen in my life.
It does sound pretty dry, but that makes for better noise.
And here's the thing, they could be best friends, but in my mind, they are just, when the scalp massage is done, it is on. It is on.
On like Donkey Kong.
All I'm saying is you don't give a scalp massage for 35 minutes to someone you ain't doing. That's all I'm saying.
What if you're a hairstylist person?
No one is paid that much to give a 35-minute. After a while, there's nothing left to massage.
I don't know.
After a good 15 minutes, your fingers are tired, right? The only reason why you're doing that is because, go on.
Well, like, I have my massage lady. And usually, she does like a scalp massage, but it's only a minute.
I'm sorry. You have a massage lady?
Yeah, like one of those places. Like
whoa. Massage lady?
Not like one of those places, but like a hair salon place. And they have like a massage.
All right, first off, what place did you think I meant? Because I was just under the assumption that you were getting a massage and I did not know about this. I'm more curious. What did you think I meant?
I thought you meant one of those places where they're like, oh, happy ending.
Crendor, what's a happy ending?
Just Google it. Google it, kids.
Damn you.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So I go to one place and they had like a bunch of massage people. So I was like, I want to find someone that's good. So there's one lady. She's just terrible. She like used her elbows on my back and she's just like, so this feels good, right? And I was like, ugh. My back was like hurting. Then there's this one like. Can
I ask a question?
Okay.
Was she a middle-aged white woman?
Yes.
I'm gonna look. My apologies to middle-aged white women everywhere, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you give the worst back rubs.
And she kept talking, and I was like, I don't want to talk. I just want to get a massage.
I think it's not racist to say middle-aged white women give the worst back rubs.
Yeah, I'd say that too.
Almost as bad as 18 to 20-year-old white men.
Yeah. And so...
who think they know what they're doing and they're just mashing flesh like, yeah, this feels good, right? Yeah, sure thing, baby. Breaking
really
necks.
It in. But then there was this European woman, probably like in her late 30s. She was all right. I was like, all right, that wasn't bad, but wasn't like amazing.
Well, she's white European, right?
Yeah.
So that means she's like a little more like risque and a little less, like she's a little less bound by the constraints of normal society, and she's like, I live free. Was she from France? If she's from France, that's like a little bit better massage.
I don't think she was from France.
All right, well then, was she from Eastern Europe?
Yeah, like Eastern Europe.
So that's a little bit better than France. See, like the further east you go, the better massage you get.
Yeah, she's.
But with that said, still middle-aged white woman. Continue. Yeah. So when did we get to? When did you? Let's be honest. When did you find your amazingly fingered old Asian lady? When did that happen?
Well, she's actually probably like early 40s, very like spiritual woman, white woman.
What?
Very like yoga, like she does hot yoga twice a week for
But that's an Asian thing though.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yoga?
Hot yoga.
That's close enough. It's just a hot version of an Asian thing.
Well, she's just the early 40s white woman. And she's just like, I do hot yoga because it feels good on my joints and it really helps your mind. And she's like very into like spirituality and like that type of stuff. And she like when she'll talk if you want to talk. If you don't talk, she won't talk to you. She knows what she's doing, and she'll like tell you afterwards, like, I move the meniscus muscle, like all these muscles. I don't know.
All
what
right,
you're
so
talking
she's
about.
full of shit. She's full
Maybe.
Of, so what you're saying is she's a crazy person.
But even if she is, she's the best massage because it feels good.
Well, I have only had the experience of every time I've gone to get a massage, unless it's an old, and I'm talking like the kind that walks out and she cracks her knuckles and she's like, I'm ready to go. That's the only time I've had a decent massage. Every other time, I think I have an aversion to, like, I think maybe my neck muscles or my shoulder muscles, like, I think I'm just built tense. Like, anytime someone touches me there, I immediately tense up. Immediately. And it doesn't matter who you are. And the more you try, the worse it gets.
That's weird.
I'm just saying from experience, elderly Asian women know the way to my back. They can get up in there and just go crazy with it. I'm like, oh, you are so good.
They know the way.
That's where I thought the story was going. I thought we were going to relate on something. Instead, I sound like a crazy racist.
That is what you sound like. But, you know.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
You yar what yar.
Yeah, speaking of what I am, I'm a chapped mess. I don't know what happened to me. So I woke up today, my lips were like horribly chapped.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that happens overnight.
Mm-hmm.
But they were horribly chapped. And so all day today, it's one of those like it hurts to smile kind of things.
Yeah.
And so, my God, I laughed at something today and my lips started bleeding.
What?
That's how chapped they were. Explain this to me. So I went out and got chapstick, which I rarely have to get chapstick. So I went out and got chapstick and put it on. I was like, this should work. Still just as bad.
Oh.
I don't know. I think I'm dehydrating from it might be that damn Coke Life from yesterday.
Might be the Coke Life.
It might be that Coke Life.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Damn
I don't
Coke
know.
Life.
It's
It's always Coke Life.
It's all that damn stevia. It's in my system now. It's chapping my lips. I look. All I'm saying is I didn't have chapped lips before I drank that, and then I wake up the next day with chapped lips. I'm not saying Coke Life gives you chapped lips, but my old Asian masseuse told me it's possible. I just need some tiger dong and rhino tusk, and I'll be okay.
Yeah. The old tiger dong.
The old tiger dong. Yeah, I like how we started this podcast. People are going to be like, Jesus, Jesse is a horrible person.
I think that is racist, though.
You know what? Don't judge me.
Because if we look up racism on the dictionary.
Uh-huh.
Racism.
Mm-hmm.
Dictionary.
I like how of all the people who's going to look up why I'm a racist, it's you son of a bitch.
Belief or doctrine that inherent differences among the various human racial groups determine cultural or individual achievement, usually involving the idea that one's own race is superior and has the right to dominate others, or that particular racial group is inferior to others. So
All right, so technically, I'm a horrible racist.
You are a horrible racist.
It doesn't make it any less true.
Yep. Next we're gonna talk about listen. All the races get their holidays and stuff. So like that's already racist in itself by us celebrating ethnic race holidays. That's encouraging racism.
I like ethnic. I think like ethnic diversity in holidays is great. Like I love celebrating other people's holidays, mostly because 99% of them is just a free day to drink.
It is all day.
Let's be clear. Most ethnically diverse holidays are just an excuse to get wasted. And I
drink
think,
and eat.
If anything, that is what unites us as a people.
We all want to just forget about
all of
life.
us can celebrate and get super drunk together. I think that's I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Racist. I ain't no racist. You're a racist. Internet Wikipedia.
You're a racist dictionary.
With your words.
Yeah, with your words and big terms.
Yeah, strange how all your pages are white.
Ha.
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 Ah. Take that. Rewind it back.
Little John got the beat to make your booty go whack.
Yeah. I thought it was smack.
Doesn't matter. Really, let's be honest. It really doesn't matter. It's the same sound.
Yeah, that's true.
Makes your booty go. Quick. We all get it. So yeah.
What kind of sound was that?
ASMR. I'm not gonna lie. I like how we got onto massages from ASMR.
Oh yeah.
I actually was directed. I don't remember who. Maybe it was you. Someone sent me like an ASMR where this girl goes and reviews old TV shows, and I don't remember her name because I watched it like on my phone while I was like at the car wash.
Oh.
And so I don't technically remember what her thing was, but it's this girl and she reviews old TV shows, but ASMR style.
I see.
She's like, today we're gonna talk about Friends. It's ridiculous. She's like, Joey and Chandler got in trouble in this episode, but Ross got in worse trouble. It's like, whoa, all right.
What?
I was into it. I was like, this is something I could listen to. ASMR creeps me out, but when people are telling me something, then I get into it. Like there was this one girl, I don't remember her name, where she got Pokemon cards, and then she went through the Pokemon cards and like told you about the Pokemon. I learned something about Pokemon. I'm not a big Pokemon guy. I never had Pokemon cards, so I learned something about it, and then it was very relaxing. That I can get into.
Yeah.
That I think is cool, but the ones that are like, I made you a cake. I'm like, this is so creepy.
Oh my god, Asian woman had another one to come out the other day. She gives like a museum tour. It's like a tour, and she like reads off these like, I forget what it was, but like she like flips through pages, and she's like, here we go, and like flips through the pages. Great one. I fell asleep to that.
I'm not gonna lie, that's weird. It's very weird.
It might be, but
it's no. I guess it's no different than me. When I go to bed, I listen to On Point, which is like a news podcast, and I guess it's on NPR, so it's actually a real show. But they have a podcast version of it. And I listen to that when I go to bed, and I feel like it's the same thing, except mine's not creepy, but informative, and yours is like, I'm going to walk you through a museum.
I mean, but mine.
Go on.
Is dedicated to just helping.
I bet now that I think about it, I bet there are people who watch or I guess listen to this podcast when they go to bed.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, we should help people. Hold on. Crendor, let's help people go to bed.
Okay.
All right, what are we going to talk about? What is our ASMR going to be?
Should it be like a role play one?
Yes, of course it's a role play one.
Okay,
we are going to role play. I'm in a library, and I'm asking you where to find a book.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay. Excuse me?
Hmm.
Excuse me? Oh, yes. Where can I find the Tropic of Capricorn?
Nobody's really asked for that one in a while. Why are you searching for this?
I read online there's hot, steamy sex in it.
And I take it that's also what you're looking for.
I'll take 50 Shades of Grey if need be.
Yes, very popular book right now. Hold on, let me just head over to the catalog on the computer here. We have let me just type some of these in. Tropic Capricorn. All right. So I'm gonna write these down on a piece of paper. Let me just find a pen here.
Do I need to know the Dewey Decimal System? Because I haven't used that since 1989.
No, that's actually for if you're in a library from 1940s, but we're in a modern age.
Oh, that's good.
Now.
Thank you so much.
The first book is going to be in 908. Hold on, can you hear?
Thank you. You crumpled that paper for some reason, but I'll take it anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of rude, but 908 dot 1A B
1A B
C pound hashtag.
I wasn't aware that pound and hashtag were used in libraries.
They are now.
Wow, this book must be
7.
in the back.
C. So yeah, it is actually in the back.
Is there an erotica? Is this the erotica section?
It's near there, but it's also in between the Tropic of Capricorn.
Oh, that's good.
I'm just gonna rip this post-it note off here.
Oh, hold on. Let me get you a little piece of paper. You can stick it on it. All right.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That is super creepy. That is super creepy. That is someone passed out. Someone
they
is
just
down.
passed out. They're down for the count.
And then they woke up when they heard a cackle of a witch. That's probably one that I would do. Like, if I had to do an ASMR, it'd be like, I'm the Witch Queen, and I have captured. It'd be real, like, quiet. See, that's what I fear. When I listen to those, I feel like it lulls you into a sense of calm. And if I did one, mine would be like a witch, like, welcome to the witch's cauldron. And, keep going and be like, I'm going to put all sorts of vegetables in there with you. It would just, like, freak people out. That's what I would do, because I'm an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, YOLO.
YOLO. So I think with that, we should go to Chop the Conversation. What? Crendor? Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
Well, up here in the chapter 7, it appears that down below it's quite snowy. A lot of snow going around, but there is going to be the warm-up hitting us pretty soon. But until then, there's backups all the way down to 485 and the 652. It's just people are just trying to get out of their cars and just walk to work and school. It's insane. Except Aaron Hildreth, he's got a snowmobile. He's just cruising down the street. He's hopping cars. He's flying to work. Not flying, snowmobiling. But it was just a word of expression of words. Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. Can I just tell you, speaking of traffic,
Yes.
my God, there have been a lot of police chases in LA recently.
Oh, yeah. There
There
have
was
been.
one
I saw that
where
one.
a dude got like a pickup truck, and he was driving crazy, and the cops finally stopped him when he crashed into another car.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And then they all surrounded him. And here's the best part. Because the car chase was over, once they surrounded him, the news just like turned it off. Like,
Yeah,
well,
they
we don't
turned
want
it off.
We don't care anymore. I was like, that guy could have a gun or something. Like, who knows what horrible thing is about to happen?
I know.
Shouldn't you, as the news, be covering this? And they're like, meh.
Commercial break.
All right. So they go on like a 25-minute commercial break. Then the most recent one, a guy stole a moving truck. And because the moving truck has a regulator on it, the highest he could go was 60 miles per hour, and he couldn't go any faster. And so it's the slowest slow-speed chase ever.
Sir, please just pull over. You're going 20 miles an hour. Get away from these coppers.
It was like that Simpsons episode where they're like, he's slowly getting away.
Yeah.
It's like, brrr.
It's like walking next to the car.
Like, please, sir, get out. He was like, brrr. It was just like that. It was ridiculous.
And there was the llamas.
Yes, then the llamas. LA has been a mess lately. Just a mess.
But in Boston, it's supposed to...
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go to the weather desk with Crendor. Crendor, how's the weather in Boston? See, we can cover it. We can cover it right now. Boom.
Well,
done.
weather today, I'm going to give Whoppy some time off. 42 degrees on this day, and cloudy skies, high 42. On Thursday, we're going to have some chance of snow.
I heard the funniest thing the other day, and I wonder if this is something that could actually be true.
Yeah.
So, in LA, we constantly have a water shortage because we're in a freaking desert. We're like in a weird oasis in a desert. We're constantly out of water. And so we have to pump it in from Northern California, which means most of California is now out of water.
Yeah.
Someone said, and I don't know if this is true, I don't know if this is even possible, wouldn't it be feasible to take all of the northeast snow that they get every year, Buffalo, Boston, New York, all of it, that they just push into rivers or push into the ocean or mound up until it melts? Wouldn't it be possible to collect that snow and build pipes that go from the east coast to the west coast and bring water out here? And I thought that is an expensive waste of money, but it would solve the water problem, wouldn't it?
They could also like bottle the water.
I don't think that would be
extra
safe.
snow water.
I don't think that would be safe at all. That is the least safe thing. It's just like rain. It's like if you stand out in the rain long enough, you have that weird rain smell.
I like rain smell.
Because it's all chemicals and it's like all the gas that we put up in the...
That's your shitty LA rain.
Screw you, Chicago rain. It's just as bad.
No, it's like half as bad.
Strongly disagree. Trust us, we are weather experts.
Yeah.
We're very aware of what we're talking about. I just thought it was an interesting idea. It's obviously impossible.
Unless.
And will never happen. But it's just one of the things like you almost wish that it was possible.
Unless it is possible.
It would have already happened if it was possible. If it was possible with money, with all that, it would have already happened.
I don't know about that. Somebody might not have just been smart enough like us.
Clearly. Good thing Whoppy had the day off, or he'd be like, idiots.
Yeah.
All right, well then let's go to the sports desk. Crendor, what's happening in sports?
Sports, I found more crazy sports stories that you've never heard of.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, let's see. We have a good one here. French soccer club suspected of bribing opponents with halftime wine delivery.
Of course. Of course.
When the French fix soccer matches, they apparently do it in the most French way possible. During their 2013 League Two campaign, Nîmes was constantly in the battle to avoid relegation, which would have forced them to play the 2014 season in League Three. What did Nîmes do to avoid such a horrible fate?
Yeah.
Well, they allegedly made a deal with KN, so their game on the second last match day of the season ended in a mutually beneficial 1-1 tie. According to L'Equipe, the deal was set up 48 hours before the match and was sealed at halftime when cases of wine from Nîmes were delivered to the KN locker room.
Cases of wine. Not just bottles, cases. They got super drunk.
Yes, they did.
I guess that's a hell of a way to end a season.
Yeah. It's like, whatever. We're making money.
Yeah, man. I like how you're like wacky sports stories, and it's about soccer. Things I've never heard of. It's about soccer.
Here's one.
Or
Japan.
football.
Japan gets caught juicing its baseballs for the second year in a row.
Juicing its baseballs?
Yes. They say in 2013, Nippon Professional Baseball Commissioner Ryozo Kato admitted the league's balls had secretly been juiced. He was forced to resign. 2014.
What does that even mean? You've yet to explain what juiced baseballs are.
They say like a hitter
Juicing
in a
I always
slump.
thought was like steroids. So the baseballs are on steroids?
It doesn't say how they juice a baseball.
How does one, are we going to have to look this up? Juice a baseball.
Juiced baseball theory.
So what is juicing a baseball?
It's a theory suggested by MLB, Major League Baseball, during the 90s and early 2000s that the balls were altered in order to increase scoring. It was said that a juiced ball bounces off the bat at a higher speed.
What? Oh! Yeah, so apparently this theory extends back to the 90s and early 2000s when people are saying that the balls themselves were juiced in order to keep the home run records going higher and higher. So while the players were juicing, the balls were being juiced too.
Oh damn!
What? Did we just crack a code?
That's a double juice.
Did we just break into the mystery of the juicy balls?
I think we did.
I think we did.
Here's
Cox
the
and
thing.
Crendor and the juicy ball mystery. These balls sure are juicy.
I think baseball would be better off juicing their balls.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know right now. I've said for years, let pro players take what they want. Let the pro players do however they want to get ready to play a game. Let them go.
Yeah.
I do not mind if football becomes giant, gargantuan freaks of muscle just bashing into each other. That's entertainment.
Yeah.
All we really want is gladiatorial sports like back in ancient Rome, except we're like, oh no, they should wear helmets. Get rid of the helmets. Just make their heads. Give them an exoskeleton. Science! Get them exoskeletons. Make them giant bug men who battle for our entertainment. Get rid of the ball. It's one of their heads. Yeah. Cockroach can live without his head. They're cockroach men and they use their own heads to score points.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All I'm saying, baseball, give them robot arms. And they use their hands as the bats. Oh my God, rip off their arms, give them bats for hands. Why am I the only one to think of this? Then when they catch things, it's even more impressive. Now it's just too easy to catch it. They just eye the ball and they catch it. They have to stick gloves on the end of their bat hands. Soccer, football, all they are giant human feet. And the balls are huge. And they have to bounce. Giant feet that bounce. Why am I the only one to come up with this stuff?
I'm not gonna lie, I've been reading this like article and not paying attention at all.
It's probably for the best.
I looked up baseball speed. Apparently, they're trying to speed up baseball.
Of course they are, because baseball is super boring and slow.
It's true. It's like people turn it on when they want to fall asleep in the summertime.
The only time I like baseball is if I get to go to a game with friends, and I'll let you know right now, no one there is ever focused on the game. It's like you're looking at your phone, you're eating a hot dog, you're drinking a beer, time with your friends, and then a play happens, you're like, yeah! Back to the phone. Like, it is so boring.
Yeah, it is pretty boring. And it's like...
here's the thing. You really have to understand the finer points of baseball to really get into the strategy of it. Like, the strategy between the pitcher and the catcher and the different... Like, you have to be really into it to give a shit about that. Football, on the other hand, you can easily figure out the strategy going on there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not and then once you figure it out, you're like, oh, this is interesting. Like, that's what keeps it interesting. It's like, how are they going to do this? And what are they going to do this?
And then you're always... Are they going to pass?
And everyone seems to know the right answer, right? And I think many times we're justified, like at the end of the Super Bowl, when everyone in the world's like, you're an idiot for that play. But it seems very easy. And I think football is very easy to follow because it continually is going on. It's fast-paced. You know what's happening, right? Hockey, same way, right?
Or even just basketball. It's like, shot the ball in the basket.
Yeah, baseball, very easy to figure out. Or basketball, very easy to figure out. Baseball's just like, all right, well... John Johnson is coming up to bat, and on deck is Paul Paulson. Strange names to be on the same team.
Yeah, he's batting at 284 this season.
Yeah, he's hit the ball a bunch, and they've played 12,000 games, so at this point in the season, no one really gives any shits.
Yeah, really got injured 3 times this season. He's come back with strides each time, really making some big differences out there.
Seriously, baseball was like the boys of summer. Now baseball goes from like March into October.
Yeah, it literally lasts almost a year.
It's ridiculous. No one cares that much.
And then, when the playoffs come, they're all like, and this one game will decide everything. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
All right.
And then people care.
Then people care.
Baseball is one of those sports where people don't care till the playoffs.
That's what I do with, I do that with baseball and basketball.
Same.
Two
Same.
sports,
There are too many games. There are too many games of baseball and basketball. Soccer, hockey, football, there's just enough games to keep you interested and just enough games to make the season short.
Yeah.
Like every game feels important.
Mm-hmm.
Not when it comes to baseball.
The thing with I think the basketball and hockey season are just as long, but hockey, you can watch a hockey game and just feel really excited, while with basketball it's and it's come down to the final 2 minutes. And we'll see who wins the fouling each other battle and making free throws. It's I'll
never forget as long as I live. It's one of those my dad till the day he dies will continue to bring up this moment, and I will remember it forever too. Basketball, the final 2 minutes are the longest 2 minutes in sports history.
Yep.
Longer than football, any other 2 minute period in sports. One time when I was younger, I went to a basketball game, and I think it might have been Virginia Tech versus the Cardinals. Maybe I don't remember who was playing at the time, but the final 2 minutes, and whatever the home team was up by, I don't even know how many points, a great amount of points.
Yeah.
2 minutes to go. My dad looks over and is like, it ain't over till it's over. And in that 2 minutes, it went on, I want to say 20 minutes. And the other team came back and won. And just fouling people over and over and over again. And smack, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that proved a point. That is a life lesson I will always remember.
It's because, that's the problem with basketball, really. But then, you look at something like hockey, and when it gets to the final 2 minutes, they're like, and they're taking men off the ice, and they're putting men on the ice, and they're they got 6-on-5, and he shoots it, and it's going back out, and you're just oh my god.
I think that's why I enjoy hockey the most, is because it's literally, there are moments where they pulled the goalie! Throw it!
Let's put another guy out there. There's the one guy.
Great.
He's on NBC or something. His name's Doc. And he just gets he's oh! He makes that noise 50 times in a game. He's oh, they messed up.
My favorite is the Canadian guy, and I'm trying to remember his name. Don Cherry.
Don Cherry.
Holy moly, look this guy up. His suits are amazing.
Oh my god.
Don Cherry is the Hockey Night guy for Canada. And I'm not sure what channel it is. Maybe CBC. I don't know what it is.
It's like, when it's CBC.
But he is legitimately like the most entertaining person in the world. And his suits are hilarious. And he just Google Don Cherry suits.
Oh my God, this one he's wearing a big green hat and a green neon suit.
He's amazing. He's amazing. Also, you know what I will also say?
What?
Canada, best sports coverage, hands down. I'm gonna tell Americans you're doing it wrong. In fact, they used to have two guys in Canada who I think were on the Canadian version of Sports Center.
It was them.
Who are amazing. And then because they were so good, America stole them, which is what we usually do.
They got bought by like Fox or something.
Yeah, that's what we usually do. But they're amazing. They're really, really funny guys. I'm sure Fox destroyed them. I haven't seen them since they were bought.
Yeah,
but when I used to live near Canada, I'd watch them all the time because they were hilarious. The clips of those guys online still to this day are funny. And without a doubt, Canada, best sports commentary. They can make curling look amazing.
It's Dan and Jay Onrate and Dan O'Toole.
Do they still do stuff?
I don't know, but if you look on YouTube, you'll find a bunch of stuff with them just being funny on sports.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. Like, it's one of the few joys in watching sports that I have.
Yeah.
As a nerd, entertaining sports is highly valued by me. 90% of the time, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Apparently, they're on Fox Sports Live now. They're still going. They're essentially like us on sports shows.
Yes, they are. They're the non-content of sports shows.
They just
really
don't
good.
care. They do what they do. They make fun of people.
Yeah, they're great. And they don't do that stupid shtick where it's like, boom, babba ding dong, 25 points of the night for Donnie John.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, Sports Center, we get it. Everyone on your show must have a catchphrase now. We understand.
And whamma ding dong, he hits a home run there.
Yeah, it's like, no. Nope. Sorry. Wow, that was a long but involved sports segment.
Sports, yeah.
Wow. All right, well, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Now we know why Louisville, Kentucky has smelled like mildew for a few weeks.
I'm going to have to call my parents. Yes, Mom and Dad? If it is because my parents, this would be a big problem for me.
Officials with Louisville Metro Air Pollution Control District say they've identified the source of the bad odor that residents have been complaining about for a week. The agency told news outlets a naturally occurring chemical in the soil called greosmin is to blame for a musty mildew-like smell that has led to dozens of complaints. Air District spokesman Tom Nord said the chemical has a low odor threshold and has been exacerbated by the wet, muddy conditions in the wake of the recent snowfall and rain. Nord said the smell is not toxic and isn't coming from industrial sites. He said the Louisville Water Company has dealt with geosmin previously and told the Pollution Control District that it might be to blame.
Uh-huh. I feel like that's a lie, but
it does seem like a lie.
Yeah, I also feel like when they driving into certain parts of Louisville, I think there's one part that's like the meat packing district, like the pig district, whatever it's called. Literally just it's vilely stinks of pig crap.
Yeah.
And that's like in the heart of a city. It's like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, no, it's definitely it's mildew ground.
It's the ground.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no. Well, I'm glad my parents were involved. I imagine the article would have started out like, Jack and Susan Cox thought it would be a day like any other day.
It smells like old libraries in here.
What?
Like it smell like mildew.
What? I like it. Oh, sure. You know what? That goes back to our ASMR.
Oh, yeah.
Our old library ASMR with
really
the Dewey decimal system that uses pounds and hashtags and stars.
If you smell really hard, you can really smell that mildewy decimal system.
Nice. I think that's where we end.
Yeah.
And as always, to be continued.